morning, creator. How we doing today? Pretty good, I hope. Yeah? All right, so this is Robin Schmidt with Odessa Rose Creates out in the Midwest in Omaha, Nebraska. And I am an independent chalk couture designer, which means I get to work with our awesome silkscreen transfers, chalk paste, couture inks, all our fantastic surfaces and tools, and more. So stay tuned. We're going to work on a cute little project using our new bistro sign and a few new transfers, so check that out. And I'm going to show you what I've been doing the last few days, since I haven't been on live this week with you. I've just been working away. So plus I took one day to go with my daughter and grandkids to see my mom and dad on Monday, but otherwise I've been chalking away. So say hello if you're watching. I'm going to find myself here on Facebook. If you're watching, say hello. If you're watching the repeat, say hello. I'd love to chat with you. Anyway, if you have any questions, I'm trying to find it. It's giving me a little fit here. Should be on. There we go. All right. So, what have I been doing? Yesterday I started working on some spell books, Halloween spell books that were inspired by Brenda Durant, our leading chalk couture designer. Made these last year. I haven't seen her talk about them this year, but it's a long process and I haven't really been videotaping or anything because I've never done it before, so I want to make sure they're going to turn out cool. But I can show you something in progress. So you take a book, and then you got to put an object underneath the paper towel and Mod Podge it on. Anyway, you end up doing this all over the cover, tear off the extra, spray paint it black, and then you embellish it. So it's a long process because you have to let all this Mod Podge dry. I like to dried it overnight so it's nice and hard. So we're going to see what that looks like. So this is step one right here. So if you ever done that, let me know, but I think it's going to be fun. Good morning, Kristen. Good morning, Susan. So that's what part of what I was doing yesterday. Yesterday I also made these. I went to Dollar Tree and I picked up a couple of these clipboards. And they come shiny silver. I just painted them black and then a coat of brown on them. Put some paint on here. Did the paper towel technique. Put Fierce and Fabulous. I usually don't make two things alike unless it's requested by special order. So the only thing I changed up on these was the little tag saying Fierce and Fabulous, Eat, Sleep, Hustle, Fierce and Fabulous, heck yes, right? So those turned out pretty cute. So you can pretty much chalk at anything, right? These are just kind of that really hard cardboardy stuff. They're not even like wood, particle board type. I added a little Fusion Mineral paint in the raw silk. You can use any craft paint, any paint really, but I just use this. I like it because it has a primer and sealer in it. And then I did the watered down brown craft paint. You can use your chalk paste also, and paper towel pressed it. And then this is done in the black shimmer chalk paste, so it's a little sparkly. I also did this in it's like a white shimmer. I can't remember if that's what they call it. No, they don't call it white. Shimmer Frost or something. And then it was a little bit too white and silvery, so I just distressed it with some distressed ink to tone that down a little bit. So it turned out really cute. Just fun little, so I need to be cute to hang or set in a college room too. And they have these little hangers that pull out. Can't get that out right now, but probably because it's still, it got glued in or painted in, but I'll pull it out. Little hanger on there so you can hang them up. It's pretty cool. Alright, so those I did yesterday. The day before, I made these. I'm kind of into that paper towel press. I'm going to try not to do it on everything from now on, but it's just so fun. So, these were some repurposed signs I got on clearance and painted them over and did one in the blue and one in the green with the paper towel press. So, this one has a little bit more paint on it than that one. But that was fun. They make some unique and different every time. So, those. This is Transfers New also, and it's available. Fierce and Fabulous. I can look that up, but I think it is. I think it's pretty new. Let me take a look here. Fierce and Fabulous is a size B. Oh, it's out of stock till next week, so we'll be getting that back in. And what else is it? I think Thankful, there's always something to be thankful for, is available. So I'm not sure which one it is. Let me go to the website. So what's everybody else up to? Here it is. Oh, that's the little one that we're going to do today. Let's see. Size B. So I'm going to go to size B. It's on the website. Right here. Right here it is. There's always something to be thankful for. It is available. Some of the stuff that's not available is coming back soon this month, so plenty of time to keep chalking away. This is one of my paper mache pumpkins. This is a double-sided, also with the paper towel press. I did a little bit more of an orangey brown on this side with the Thankful arrow. This might be a retired transfer, I'm not sure. This October 31 is a new transfer. So on this side, it came on the transfer was this little spider web, and then I enhanced it with one of our bigger spider webs from a older transfer. So you can just turn the bow depending on which way you want it. So I made this loose so that you can just switch it around and change it out. How cool is that? I'll be heading out to the store, unless someone wants to buy it before that, and I'll ship it. So that it's fun having those double-sided things, so you can just flip them around. And speaking of double-sided, that's what we're going to do today. A double-sided item. Okay, back to Facebook. Let me see if you have any questions. I'm going to set my iPad up here so I can get it out of the way. And we'll set this aside. Oh, I got to show you something I got for myself so I can wear it this winter. I kind of love me some Tom Jones. And look what I got. Tom Jones sweatshirt. If you love Tom Jones, young or old, Tom Jones, give me some hearts, right? Do-do-do. Oh shoot, you can't see the bottom. This was his younger days. I can't wait to wear it. But it reminded me of this. One of my award-winning designs I made with Oh Snap. This was a Club Couture transfer a while back, and I did the rainbow effect with, yeah, there's some hearts, they're coming up. I did a rainbow effect with this, and it won a design contest, I think, and so I got some chalk couture from it. But check out my little Tom Jones sweatshirt. Oh snap. Too fun, right? Love Tom Jones. I could just sit and listen to his music to get me in a good mood. Not that I'm ever really in a bad mood, but okay, I'm going to set that down. So we're going to work on the bistro sign. This is a Couture product. Comes in this nice box. Check it out. You got to take this little stretchy string off, which is nice because you can put it back on if you need to store it or ship it. So I'm going to put that back in the box, but it flips. And this is one of our boutique boards, which means you could absolutely wash it off and redesign. So you can create for the seasons with our size A transfer. You could do it every day on one side and then change this out for the holidays if you want. Or if it's set in on your island and you want it to be seen on both sides, you can decorate both sides however you wish. Pretty cool, right? And I thought we're going to do this, how beautiful it is to see a life lived in gratitude on one side. And on the other side, I'm going to use this frame called Fall Floral Frame. I'm just going to put a strip of it here and a strip of it here. And in the middle, I'm going to use Gather and Gobble right in the middle. Okay? And we're going to use mostly Lake Shore, which is a new blue color. Mustang Sally. There you go, Ann. Delilah. Yeah, you should, everybody should just put down their favorite Tom Jones song. I love them all. I'm trying to think of one they're all pretty cool. Mustang Sally. Makes me want to go listen to them. And then I'm going to use a little bit of shimmer copper. Okay? And I pulled out some ribbons, so we're going to tie these colors in with our ribbon. Got a little bit of this. This blue is hard to find, but I found this little crochet type ribbon at Hobby Lobby. This is some stuff I've had forever and a day. It's kind of some sheer. I got a little kind of a coppery plaid and these leaves that have copper stitching on them. So we're going to make a little bow and put that around it. Okay? So probably need to like lay it on the edge so it can be somewhat flat. And let's check out our paste. Lake Shore. Make sure you can all see. It's a little thick, so I'm going to add some water to it. That sweatshirt came all the way over from Europe, and it didn't take too long to get. I thought, oh man, it's going to take forever with all the shipping problems going on in the country, but really, I think it's the warehouses that have more problems with having to social distance and lack of workers. But yeah, I bet it only took a couple weeks maybe. Okay, now it's a little more creamier. And then we're going to get out our copper. If you unscrew the top, oh, it does come flat? Alright, I will do that. I thought it did, but I kind of think why mess with it. I don't think it'll take that long to do. So she's saying you could unscrew this. And it'll just pop out. That's kind of handy. Alright, let's do this side first. We're going to just do it in the blue. Although I could do the lines in copper. But I think just being one color on this will be fine. We'll have the colors in the bow. So, thanks, Gail. Oh, gosh, guys. Let's see. So our reusable silkscreen transfers, if you're not familiar, they're sticky on the back, which keeps them in place as you squeegee the chalk paste through the silk screen, which is the white part, if it's against white, okay? But since it's new, we're gonna fuzz it on our towel. That just puts a little bit of lint on the back of that stickiness, so it's not too sticky and it releases off of our board easier. The more solid a surface, like glass or ceramic, the more it's going to stick, or tin. But there's just a little bit of, in our boutique boards, you know, they're micro difference in the texture, but it's enough that helps release off of it a little bit easier than, say, glass or metal. So just lay it in the middle. I'm going to show you how easy it is to chalk. Take a squeegee, and part of me wants to do the lines in copper. The rest says do it all in one color. I'm going to just make it easy. We'll use the copper on the other side. So load up your squeegee and just squeegee that chalk paste into that silk screen. Spread it all over, getting it kind of thick at first. Okay, you got it all over now. Scrape off your squeegee. Now you need to squeegee it down or skim it down. Kind of like grouting tile. You wipe off the excess. Well, here you squeegee off the excess. You want a nice thin print. Kind of go over it. Make sure if you have any like squeegee lines from the edges of the squeegee, kind of get rid of those because they will show up on your print. And then just pick up your silk screen. It's always best not to pull from the corner, but straight down. Now, I want to show you. I got a little chalk paste there in the corner, but that's okay. I'm going to show you how easy it is to wipe it up. Okay. So then we're going to take this into the sink, put it under the water, get both sides wet, lay it on the water, and I like to use our board eraser, which is one of these. You get 2 in a pack, get it wet, and just wipe off that chalk paste off the front. This is what a board eraser looks like. Okay, get them wet and just wipe off the chalk paste, and then you let it dry. And it's ready to go. You'll want to put it back on the backer sheet. There's a shiny side and a dull side. And I usually put this upside down after I've cleaned it. And then line your shiny side to the sticky side and just line it up like that. And then you can put it back in the package. That's after you clean it and let it dry. Okay, so we're going to let this dry. And you see how I got my finger got in the chalk paste right here, and it got on the board, but it's so easy to clean up. You can take a Clorox wipe, which is not readily available everywhere, but I keep a little bit. Here's where I've wiped up different boo-boos with it. I just keep it wet, so find a clean spot and just wipe it up. If it's really small area, you can just use like a wet Q-tip. But the Clorox wipe helps get every bit of it up, including like any ghosting that you might have, any shadowing of chalk that might be left. Okay, so we want this to dry. A quick way to let it dry is to use a hair dryer, or just let it set for like 5 minutes. We're gonna just dry it real quick because we want to do the other side. Look really pretty. If you have blue in your home, or pick any color, you can just do it in white. If you want the simple white look. Blue is very trending right now, so. All right, now we're gonna do a little, that's kind of your basic one and done, right? So now we're gonna take a couple different transfers and use them together. She's a lady. There you go. It's not unusual. Those two are probably my favorite. Absolutely. Go Tom Jones. I'm gonna lay this where I don't forget where I put it. Okay, so this was a border, and this was meant to go on a larger piece and just put something right in the middle. So that's what this is designed for. It's a B-size transfer frame to put a size A in the middle of it, okay? But since we already are working on a size A, I'm going to take these 4 right here and these 4 and put them at the top and on the bottom. And then I'm taking another size A transfer. This is a cut apart. There's three of them, and you could pick one of them and put it in the middle. Gather and Gobble, Harvest Time, Warm Wishes. I'm not going to do Warm Wishes. I'm going to use Gather and Gobble, although Harvest Time would work just as well. I'm going to do these little leaves in the copper and the rest in the blue to tie in that copper. And on these, I'm still going to stick with the blue. I'm just doing a touch of copper. And you could just do it all in one color, if that's all you got. This thing is, there we go. So again, brand new transfer. So I'm going to apply it to a towel. These are called our fuzzing towels. They are terry cloth on this side, microfiber on this side. The terry cloth side is excellent for fuzzing. The microfiber side is excellent for drying. If you want to dry a transfer quickly, you can press it on it or sandwich it between 2 of them to dry that silk screen out. So let's just pull this up a couple times. What's new, Pussycat? And you are full of them. A true. What do you think he's singing on this song? I can just hear him. Oh gosh, can't wait to wear it. It needs to get cold so I can wear my sweatshirt. Oh guys. When I was younger, I still do like Elvis Presley, but I really liked Elvis. I was pretty convinced that I should have been a kid of the 50s instead of the 70s/80s. Okay, so I'm just going to bring this down, trying to make it even, left to right. And I'm just going to do those 4. Okay. And we're going to do them in the blue. Lakeshore, I believe. I'm going to grab those little, there's teeny little dots. I'm going to grab those too on the silk screen. So I'm just making sure I'm getting that chalk paste down in that silk screen and removing the extra. Trying to make sure I don't have any overlap squeegee lines. Okay, I'm going to pick this up. So we got it on there, and now we're just going to peel it off. Ta-da! And now we're going to do the bottom. But we want to make sure it's dry so we don't smudge it. Once it's dry, you can touch it. And the cool thing is, you can wash this off. You just get it wet again, scrape it down with our scraper, scrape all that chalk paste off, and design again. That's what's great about our boutique boards. Hello, Robin. Love that Ken gets inspiration from you too. Oh yeah, thanks, Elena. Yeah, that was funny. I just happened to be watching him, and he started talking about me. So that was fun. He didn't know I was watching. I had just commented before that, and that's why my name was on his screen. So there she is. I'm going to put a piece of paper over that, just so I don't mess it up. And again, same thing, just making sure they're level. Yeah, he's done projects he's asked me about to do. Of course I said yes. The one that comes to mind is my some of my Christmas porch boards from last year. He was inspired by. Okay. Now this makes it easy to pick this up when you have that paper on there. There. Okay, so that's all we're going to use of this frame today. This transfer. So again, we will wash it. But until then, I'm going to just stick it on the backer until I take it to the sink. There we go. And we'll wash that later. I can't wait to get started with fall projects. Oh, good. Your designs came in. I always try to remember to use transfers from previous years and incorporate them into this year's. So that always makes it fun. But I'm really excited about the Christmas ones that are coming out September 15th. We had some Christmas, holiday, winter ones in this current catalog, but September 15th, there's going to be 27 new, basically Christmas, maybe winter, but mostly Christmassy transfers, and I'm super excited. I pre-ordered all of them, so I want to make sure I get them because I do have a show that I'm doing coming up, and then of course I create for the attic where I sell my designs out in Valley, Nebraska. I sold a lot of designs this past week, so I need to get some stuff done and get them back out there. So, all right, let's dry. Cute. Okay. Oh yeah, let's make sure I get it right side up. Good thing I would have probably put it here, and then look what would have happened. It would have been upside down. But I would have been able to wash it off and turn it around. But I just happened to notice that, oh gosh, that's upside down. So we want to make sure we get it right side up to do both sides, right? Woo. That would have been crazy. That is fun. You did the. That is fun. You did. Can't wait. I did do the pre-order, so hopefully I'll have them, you know, before the end of the month, because that'll only give me 1 month to create. I got some flannel shirts I need to bleach yet and put designs on. I've just kind of been waiting to see what the designs are going to be, so I know how much and where I want to bleach. So I've got a lot to do. So I kind of wish that, the holiday ones would come out sooner, especially with the delays of shipping now. It just, when you're just creating for yourself or just a few things for gifts for Christmas or whatever, it's not that big deal. But when you're a crafter, you kind of need to be working on that stuff like now for Christmas. Oops. Robin, I need to cut these. Pay attention to what I'm doing. I don't want to put all of them on there. cut these apart. And harvest time would be pretty in here. I like how the greenery kind of goes with that theme. And gobble, gather and gobble, which I thought would be cute. Because if this was sitting at in your kitchen, that would be cute. Gather and gobble. So I'm just gonna put it here in the middle. I am going to do this in copper and the rest in blue. And sometimes it's fun to, if you have different fonts, to do each font a different color. Like if these leaves weren't here, or I still might do that in copper and that in blue, or vice versa. Do this in copper. You see how fine of a print this is? So you really want it to be probably your brighter color to show up, because the print is so thin, the font is so thin, that you want to make sure it pops off of your board, no matter what surface you're working on. So make sure you have a high contrast when you're working with a fine font, so that it shows up well off of the surface. So that's probably why I should do this in blue, because it's brighter. It's brighter than the copper. So that's something to think about. So I might do copper, copper, and do that in blue. We'll just try that. This is copper shimmer. The shimmers you kind of want to go over a few times to make sure they get down into that silk screen in different directions, because it does have that like glitter in it, so you want to make sure, even though it's super fine glitter, you want to make sure it gets down into that silk screen. Makes a good print. So go over it a few times. Alright. And I'm going to take the multi-tool, because it's a smaller squeegee, and do the gather. Gather and okay. We'll pick that up. It's pretty cute. We'll let that dry. Then we're going to put it back in the stand, and we're going to make a quick messy bow. I love the copper and the blue together. I think it's really pretty. Kind of makes, it's inspiring me right now to do copper and blue, these colors, in a pumpkin or something. I do have a couple paper mache pumpkins left, and 2 sets of wooden pumpkins from Couture left to do, so it's kind of inspiring me to use these colors. Alright. I was checking to see if there's a difference, but you can see where the end of this wrap of metal comes around when it's screwed in right there. So I'm glad that I thought to I didn't think, but I'm glad it's on the bottom. But when you are designing, you want to make sure that is on the bottom, so it's not up at the top where you can see it. You just think it looks better. So you set that down in the hole. Line this up, and then that screw will go back in there. And now you have your 2-in-1. Alright, we are going to make a quick bow to go with this. Put away your chalk paste. If they're kind of thick when you go to put them away, squirt a little water in it for good measure. I always try to get as much as I can down inside the jar. And then put your lid on. And we'll wash our squeegees and our stir sticks when we wash our transfers. Great color combo for sure. Yeah, it's really pretty. It's going to be even more pretty when you get the bow on it. Alright. Okay. So like I said, I got a piece of this. This came from Hobby Lobby, I believe. I like how the end kind of is, maybe has some dried Mod Podge on it to keep it from raveling. So I think I should probably do, when I'm done, I think I'll put a little bit on this end to keep it from fraying and unraveling. Okay, so I happen to have this color of tooling, and I just want a little bit, maybe in a loop. I haven't decided yet. Kind of like how it's folded in on itself. So I'm going to cut me a piece of that. I'm trying to think why I had this. I used to do a lot of silk floral arranging back in the day, and I don't know if I have different colors of it. I'm not sure why I have this color. I mean, I did silk weddings too, and I'm not sure why. But anyway, okay, we're going to do that. Let's cut up a couple strips of this. And these leaves. I'm going to make these in an X. You remember when I said that I save the twine off of these boards that come with the twine on them? Because I reuse a longer piece of twine. So I save these, and here's one of the opportunities to use one of them. It's going to be my tie. Okay, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to fold this in like this. Kind of control it a little bit better. Maybe. Maybe trim that when I get done. So, make me a loop. In there. my string across the front of the X, coming to the back, and I'm going to tie it in a knot. I think, yeah. I'm going to end up with the ends in the front after we tie it on. Before I tie it in a knot, I like to see if I like it, if anything needs to be moved around. These totally got, there we go, out of they're not on the X anymore. So I kind of want to reposition everything a little bit. I might pull this down just a little bit. I feel like I can't see my blue the blue sheer, or the blue crochet type stuff. I can't see it very well. These are going to have to be straight. Okay, I'll probably trim that up a little bit. All right. Tie it tight. And I'm going to cross it in the back and bring it back around to the front. Put one on the underside and one on the top. And then tie it in a knot. And it's almost too short for this. Like I was hoping. Where'd you go? Okay, so I was hoping these strings would be longer so I could fringe them out. So I'm going to put another piece of it, a couple strips of it, in the layer. So I can fray it out. So I got two pieces. I'm going to lay them right across the top. And then tie this in a knot. And you can always cut that off and change it for the seasons. So I have two pieces of that twine in here. I'm going to untwist them and fray out the threads. I will also do that untwisting and fray on the knot that I just did. And then on this side, make the ends even in length. And then fray out the threads, untwist it, and spread out there's three threads. And then if you really want to get crazy, you can untwist each thread and really get it to be stringy. Or just kind of pull them apart. Kind of makes them fuzzy. And then these guys might need a little trimming. So kind of seal in there. And you can turn. There we go. Okay. This cute little bistro sign. It retails for $24.99. Totally reusable. We can wash all this off, put on a different season, change out the bow. Super cute for all the holidays. Or the coffee themed transfers. Put on your coffee bar. You could put it anywhere, actually. We have cute bathroom transfers. Hello, sweet cheeks. All that goodness that can go on there. It's a cute little farmhouse sign. Bistro. It's a bistro sign, but it looks cute in farmhouse, right? So fun. This will look cute up on in my living room because I have blues and greens in my TV room, so that'll be adorable. And which is open into my kitchen, so I have these colors in my kitchen. So fun, guys. That's what I'm doing today on my live. I gotta get busy on my spell books for Halloween, so I'm gonna work on those again. And then it's yeah, so I'll Mod Podge more, let that dry really hard, then you spray paint, and then you embellish even more. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be fun. So go listen to some Tom Jones today. He's got a YouTube channel, Facebook. You can listen to his music, and wherever else you listen to music, I'm sure you can find Tom Jones, right? So have a good Thursday, and maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe I don't know what I'm doing yet. I probably should clean house. I'm really bad about procrastinating on that because I would much rather be chalking. Hey y'all, have a good day, and I'll chalk with you later. Bye-bye.